Hello and welcome to episode number 20 of Supercalifragilistic with me, Christian Rauchenwald. Today it's Monday and usually I'm going to talk about some topic like mindset and motivation, but because I just watched the video on Facebook from some fellow funnel hacker who was like using a clickbait title like why 99% of people fail the one funnel away challenge, and I spent the 10 minutes watching it. I want to go into his topic, like why do 99% of people fail the one funnel away challenge. Actually, that alone is already like not true, while there are some statistics going around and I'm using them in my ebook, for example, as well, that show that the video views or the interactions over the challenge period are like going down. Those numbers are by far not accurate because it only tracks like interaction within the Facebook group. If I watch the videos in the members area, nobody can accurately track like did people watch it, did they not watch it, so it's like really hard to say. I would say there is like an 80% failure rate, honestly, but it's not because of the challenge, it's because people themselves lack the desire to truly change something, and therefore when it gets tough, like around week number 2, or even in the first day and Friday of week number 1, it's like already close to 2 hours of like teachings, plus some homework, and a lot of people simply don't want to put in the effort. They don't want to do the work that's required to achieve whatever they want, because for them it's just a dream. They don't believe, they don't have the desire to make that money, or I don't know, have that better vacation or be their own boss. It's just a wishful thinking, and so like for the other 20% who are like believing, and that's actually like the motto of the motto of the whole first week, like you must believe. It really only, the pre-training week is really only about like showing you success stories that made it like against all the odds, and those people also tell you like they had the belief, that burning desire. And when then somebody like uses a clickbait title like why 99% of OFA participants fail, and then makes a video telling like it's because it's not about belief, that's not important, but in his opinion it's only about the avatar, like your dream customer. And apparently to like, at least in his video, he mentions that it's not taught properly during the one funnel away challenge. I had to like, I wanted to leave a comment, but then I figured like why bother, like don't feed the trolls. But it's actually wrong, because the challenge very clearly points out, even in the first week already, that if you do not know, maybe you want to sell some, I don't know, t-shirts, but you do not know what your audience wants, then that you would then start with an ask campaign, meaning like you don't create the whole product. You start going into groups where your target audience is, and you ask them like, what's most annoying about all the t-shirts you buy or something, and they will tell you then, well, usually the size doesn't fit, or the material, or this or that. And then based on that you will build your product, and you would already know that there is demand for it. You couldn't be sure that people would be willing to pay more dollars for it, but you would know there is a demand. So, and then later it goes even further into like figuring out your dream customer by when it's about product selection. In one of my videos I already mentioned, like you pick a product that's selling, like you pick a microphone, and then you figure out what's a follow-up problem for this product. Or you pick an iPhone, which like really is selling very well, and you figure out what's a follow-up problem for that product, and you would come to the conclusion, and a protective case is the follow-up problem. And obviously there's already a lot of competition, so you wouldn't do that. But by doing that, you already have your dream customer. Your dream customer is exactly somebody who bought an iPhone, who bought a microphone, who bought, I don't know, a smartwatch, and you are providing him with like charging stations or whatever. So all of that is properly taught during the challenge. But if people don't bother to pay attention to the videos and to the exercises, well, then of course they will not learn it. And when it comes back to the failure rate, it's like with everything else. I think in the One Funnel Away challenge it's even quite lower than with a lot of other things, because it's really like, well, every other course I've ever seen starts out with like, okay, let's go, here's like page 1 of the book, and there you go. They dedicate a whole week just to show you that it is possible, but it's like up to you. You have to not only believe that it's possible, but you have to have that true desire to finish that challenge, to end this challenge with a finished product. Yeah. And it's really like, you see some people doing it, and they, even after 4 weeks, they make their first sale or first couple of sales. And then you see other people just like, oh, I'm stuck here, I'm stuck there. And instead of like focusing on the solution, which you would do if you have a burning desire, you never focus on the problem. You're not like, I'm stuck here and me, but you're like, okay, that's not working. How can I solve it? Who can I pay to solve it? If I don't have the money, who can I ask for a favor to solve it? Or what am I good at? What can I offer to somebody who knows how to solve that in return? Yeah, like, once you start thinking of the solution instead of the problem, your life becomes so much easier, but most people cannot do that. And it automatically happens when you have the burning desire to get somewhere. If you want from point A to point B, but there's no train going, then you can either, like 80% of people, whine that there's no train and no bus or nothing, or you can be like the 20% who really want to go there. Take out your phone, call all your friends, ask if they drive you, and if none of them will drive you, you will still want to go there, so you will just walk. Yeah, and the majority of people simply fails in everything in life because they lack the burning desire. Yeah, it has nothing to do with that the challenge is missing something. I've never seen like a 5-week program that delivers as much value as this challenge. And while some things are not taught by this challenge, for example, how to set up a business, yeah, how to set up a company bank account, how to get your legal tax and stuff like that. Everything that matters about like how to come up with a product idea, how to market it so that it's attractive, how to define your pricing instead of like having a product, creating an offer out of it so you make more profit and the customer is happier as well. Yeah. And how to create it within Clickfunnels as a funnel. All of that is taught properly, and they even provide you with the resources where you can find freelancers for this and stuff like that. So you don't have to hire expensive agencies. And when it comes to the legal, to the company aspect, well, they cannot teach that. There's people from all over the world taking the challenge. I'm currently in the Ukraine, and setting up a company here, as I know from experience, is way different than, for example, setting one up in Hong Kong or the US. So there's no point in having a challenge and wasting days on like business things that then only apply to the US customers, but for the rest of the people, it's not valuable at all. So like the challenge really over delivers by a lot, and there's hundreds of Google reviews and Facebook reviews that like agree with me there that challenge is worth thousands of dollars. And yeah, anyway, yeah. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, like I also use clickbait video titles to get more views. Yes, I do that, but then I try to deliver value, and I don't try to like, I don't know, like keep that views by simply saying, oh, Russell Brunson, the guy who built a company from 0 to over 100 million evaluation, and Stephen Larsen, the guy who had nothing and bootstrapped his way to a couple $1,000 event of Russell Brunson, and by doing so got a job for him and more or less was his right hand for a couple of years before starting out on his own and making his first million in revenue within 13 months. And Julie, I don't know, I forgot her last name, who was like, if I remember right, like lost her job. Her employer still owed her a couple thousand for the last month or 2 months salaries. I think she just got a kid or something and was left by her husband, if I remember it right, and built also $1 million company from nothing. Like, of course, if those people sit together and create a course that teaches how to create something, well, of course, they forget about the important stuff. Yeah, like those are the people who really like can sell everything. Yeah, but not by selling it in a bad way, but by providing value, by creating an offer that actually provides the customer with value. And I mean, you have to consider Russell Brunson is at a point in his life where if you ask him to build your sales funnel for you, it would cost you $750,000 plus 25% commission of all the sales that go through this funnel. Yeah. If you just want to spend lunch with him, you would have to fly to him, and then you could spend an hour or 2 hours lunch with him, and it would only cost you, I think it was $75,000 last I checked. Yeah, obviously that guy has no idea about business. He has people paying him that amount of money because he's that good. Yeah, so when he like creates a course about something and puts his name in front of it, then that's obviously already a strong indicator. When you then combine it with like hundreds of 5-star reviews with an average of 4.9 overall, where people who already are in business for a long time and have seen a shitload of different coachings confirm that the training is worth thousands of dollars. Yeah, when I'm sitting here with 15 years like e-commerce, web development, software development experience, yeah, working for 8-digit clients, having CTO positions from huge companies, yeah, and I'm honestly saying, like in every video that's about the challenge, that I'm blown away by the value delivered, and that I'm shocked about like how much they teach that nobody else knows. Yeah, it's then somebody shows up just to get some views on Facebook and is like, 99% of people fail. Here's why. Yeah, doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I'm also gonna name my video 99% of people will fail. Yeah, just for clickbait, because people look for Clickfunnels review or One Funnel Away review, but I'm then not gonna like try to actually explain to them, well, they fail because the challenge misses this important part. The challenge misses nothing. Yeah, it's like the only thing is like that keeps people from succeeding is like themselves. Yeah, if I'm today I was listening to the radio, and Marvel's Endgame just got released, I think on Friday or something, and that movie made 1.2 billion euro in revenue in the first weekend. Yeah, 1.2 billion. Now when people are willing, I mean, of course it's like nobody paid $100 for the cinema ticket, I assume. Yeah, but when people are willing to spend money constantly on entertainment, and then like I don't want to know how many people in the last One Funnel Away challenge, which ended on Friday, yeah, would have gone watch the movie even if it was during the challenge. Yeah? If I don't get my priorities straight, if it's too much to ask for 5 weeks to clear like 2 to 3 hours every day, yeah, like even Saturdays and Sundays to catch up with the homework and stuff like that, and really focus, if that's too much to ask in order to like be able to get out of 9 to 5, well then you don't deserve to get out. Yeah, you simply don't deserve to get out. You can work the next 20, 40, 30, whatever, how many years, yeah. You make somebody else rich, you will retire, you will have an acceptable or horrible pension, I don't know, yeah. And other people will still have, like, it's not about the money, it's not about the pile of cash, it's about what money can do for you, yeah. Like, while you will have your small apartment and every time something breaks down, you will be like, oh my God, how can I pay for this? A rich person will just have a nice vacation home somewhere, and or probably rent it just, yeah, whatever. And he will not have to worry about that. Well, you, like, I saw like 2 GoFundMe campaigns on Facebook the last days. One is like both are like very sad cases. One is like the father of a fellow funnel hacker had a heart attack and now is like paralyzed on the left side or something like that. And obviously for rehab and so on, money is needed. And the other one is like an older dude that seems very sympathetic, but like he cannot work. His daughter only has like a part-time job. His family cannot help out, and they need to like repair the car to be able to get to work and stuff like that. And so like chances are, if you don't like sacrifice a couple of weeks or maybe months of your life to build something, yeah, for yourself, then you will lack the money later, and you will be one of the people who has to start a GoFundMe campaign or stuff like that. Yeah, just so you can afford the basic medical treatment. Well, those people who like really work hard and make sacrifices while they are younger and still have the energy, and for a couple of months, some of them for a couple of years, yeah, well, they can simply pay for the best doctors no matter what they have. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, for me it's a no-brainer decision. Yeah, like any time if I have the choice, 40 years, 40 hours per week, to then get like whatever 70% of whatever my salary was as a retirement payment, or sacrificing 4 years, 5 years, really working 80 hours per week sometimes, yeah, because like there is a deadline or I want to finish something, it's an easy choice for me. Yes, there is a chance that during those 5 years that I sacrifice, and it's not all sacrifice, there's nice vacations in between and all that stuff, yeah, that I like die during that time. Yeah, there is a chance. Yeah, well, you, when you don't do it and you go through your regular 40 hours work week, you may also die. The difference is like when you are once you are your own boss and you only have like a basic income, yeah, like even if it's something like average employee income or something like that, it already allows you, if you like make the decision and you work online, you're not tied down because you have kids and stuff like that, you can simply cancel your apartment, like move out, put your stuff in storage, grab your laptop and a suitcase and fly to a cheap country like Thailand or the Philippines, and then live there quite nicely, work from there and live cheaper than you would in the US or anywhere else, yeah. Well, an employee cannot do that, yeah. So like, and then you can still enjoy, yeah. While you may say, okay, you work that your 60 hours, but you could always say like at least one weekend per month you're really gonna do nothing and enjoy, yeah. And then with the money you already make, even if it's little, you can enjoy more in Thailand than you could ever enjoy in the US, simply because prices are lower, yeah, and the weather is better in most parts. So like, I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, I hate all those. I mean, I'm also using clickbait, but I hate when the clickbait then doesn't deliver the truth, yeah. Or like, I'm okay when the clickbait says like whatever, like 99% of people fail, and then it's like, okay, you're here now, but actually they don't fail, but you may think they fail, but actually the reason why some people fail is this, and the people who succeed, they have this, so make sure that you have this, yeah. So, and it's not only about the one funnel away challenge, it's even everything else. If you learn a new language, or I don't know, like a new other hobby, you have to have that burning desire to reach a specific point. It's not, I made an Instagram post, like, or I reposted it like yesterday or something, like, being rich is not a goal. 5 million in 3 years, that's a goal, yeah. So like being rich, it's like for somebody in Bangladesh, it's like having $10,000. For somebody in the US, it's having $10 million. So it's not a goal, yeah. Being rich someday is also not a goal, because then you can always make excuses. I'm gonna be rich later, yeah. So whatever you do in life, you always need to like write it down. Okay, when you learn a new language, you need to write down till when you want to reach that whatever 80% fluency, fluent speaking. And when you like decide to start your side business or something, well, then you can decide, okay, I want to, at the end of the year, my side business should make me at least $1,000 per month, yeah. And at least is already also a bad word, so it should be like, okay, at the 31st of December 2019, I will make $1,000 out of my side business. To achieve that, I'm solely gonna focus on it. I'm not gonna like spend time with distractions, blah blah blah. And I'm gonna do so by starting a Shopify store, by starting email marketing, by starting some multi-level marketing, whatever, yeah, by starting my own store, whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, it needs to be like really specific. Every time people are like, yeah, well, maybe I do it next year, maybe I do it later, it never happens. It never happens. And then their life goes by. And while I have one friend of mine, she also like wants to have more money, and wants to do some online counseling, but comes up with excuses why she should do it now, and so she keeps pushing. But the difference between her and most other people is like, she's already been in most parts of the world, even though she's been traveling, like, you know, like staying in hostels and backpack tourism, yeah. She for sure has like already, she's like, I don't know how old she is now, probably like 28, I don't know, no idea, maybe 30. but she's already seen and done more than most people do in her in their entire life. Yeah. So while she's not like, she doesn't have the desire, the definitive goal to actually make money with her counseling stuff, her desire constantly is like, okay, I want to go to Argentina, I want to go to Mexico, I want to go to Thailand, I want to live in Singapore. And so she just does it. She finds a way to do it. Yeah. Where I would sometimes even be like, how did you even get a job there? Yeah. She finds a way to get paid there for some random work and make it. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, like really that's it. So yeah. Anyway, for those of you who did not sign up for this One Funnel Away challenge, the next will only be in 2 months in June. Yeah. So make sure to head to my sign up page. You will also get an amazing book that I just finished last Friday. Some of you guys know it because you watched the other videos, which is like a day-to-day guide for the challenge. So all those little things that are not mentioned in the challenge, I'm not talking about the business part, but like additional freelancer resources, a challenge calendar that already tells you in advance how long the videos for each day are going to be, marketing resources, some of the free services that you can use so you don't have to use paid freelancers and stuff like that. So everybody who signs up through my link will get that on top. So like when you join the challenge in my members area, you will like every day unlock something new that is like an addition to what you learn at One Funnel Away and will help you or like increase your chance of succeeding in the challenge, or at least it will reduce your effort. It will also show you a trick how you can get Clickfunnels with an 80% discount for the beginning. So you only will pay $19 instead of $97 or $297. So it's really worth signing up for me. Well, the thing is, if you don't do it, or if you then do something else. If you don't sign up for the One Funnel Away challenge, then do something else. Make a definitive plan. Either you really honestly can say that you're happy with your job, you're happy with the perspective that you have like whatever 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ahead of work, yeah, ahead of you. If you cannot honestly say to yourself that it's really like a great thought to work the next 40 years or 30 years or whatever, then think about what you can do. Check out my other videos. There's like 1 or 2 or 3 about making money online and going through the different possibilities. Yeah. If you don't want to do something with the internet, think about what you can do locally, offline. Like maybe you have some skill and you can make a business out of it, but make a definitive plan. And well, if it's something on the internet, or even if it's offline, because even for offline business, that whole funnel stuff works amazingly. I encourage you, like, make a decision and then sign up for the next One Funnel Away challenge. I mean, it's like, how easily do you spend $100? Like, look at what you buy throughout the month. If you don't have that $100, then sacrifice, make a commitment, cancel your Netflix subscription, cancel your Xbox Game Pass and stuff like that, so you get the $100. Yeah. So because it's an investment in yourself, unlike those 1.2 billion euro that Marvel made, or not Marvel, but the cinemas, and Marvel gets a part and this and that, from a movie, yeah, where you are entertained for 2 hours. Yeah. Imagine if you would take $100 and invest it, and suddenly every month, because of what you learned, every month you make €100 extra, €200 extra, and you put in some effort, and suddenly you reach the point where you can tell your boss, you know what, I quit, I'm gonna work from home whenever I want. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching and or listening to this. Yeah, like check out the links below. Don't hesitate to sign up. And if you have any questions or feedback and so on, leave it in the comments below as always. Thank you for watching. Till next time. Bye bye.